Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we're back once again for another set of Let's Play of Echoes of Wisdom. If you did miss out during the last one, well, we have escaped from the Hyrule Castle, since we are playing as Zelda, and during our time before that situation that happened, we got to see that there was some sort of purpleized rift that was going on, and originally we were playing as Link, but unfortunately Link has got himself sucked up into some sort of weird distortion area from there, and the only type of character that we are only available to go and play for right now is going to be with Zelda. So we do have a new type of character by the name of Tri that is with us, and we did get ourselves with some sort of wand that we did go and pick up from Tri here, and we are able to do any type of echoification if there is anything that is shimmering around, and then we can use that for different obstacles, maybe even go and probably find some extra rewards such as like heart pieces, maybe a heart container or something. We'll have to see what happens around with our time for that. And so let's go and put these beds to good use to finally exit on out of here, and we're just almost out of this place, and pretty soon we are going to have to go and use the well that is down around within this part so that we can go and see what happens from here. Now, we are able to go and do some spinning moves, and it seems like that is our one option to at least somewhat cut down the grass. So I know that previously before in other Zelda games, when we were Link, we were able to go and use a sword to cut down the grass to at least somewhat continue onwards if we are ever in like in a problem or something like that. But now it seems like with Zelda, we're just going to have to just do the spinning move instead. Now, I don't know why I just went and literally put a bed of like underneath the water. I don't even know if you could even probably sleep in there underwater with that. That would just be awkward. I know that, like, for what I went and talked about during the last video is that if you actually do have like a bed or something like that, you can actually use that to kind of somewhat rest during the time of an actual said boss battle, which that's pretty funny from what I saw from the trailers and whatnot here for this. So we got ourselves with another new echoification, that is with using a boulder. That is actually going to be somewhat important for us to go and use at some point later on within here of this whole well part, because there is going to be some crates that are not going to actually allow us to do anything unless we have the boulder for the echoification for us to go and do. Now, I'm pretty certain that if you don't really have the boulder right now, I think there's like another type of option that you could go and probably do, but I think the one that you want to go for before you go and do the echoification is the one that is actually blocking your pathway, which that should be simple enough, because you should be able to just go and find it right away, and then you can just go and do that little puzzle right there. Alright, so here we are now. It looks like we're almost out of the castle. We just went and headed up into some sort of like dock or some sort of port that's around over here in the kingdom itself for what the castle is here. And I think for right now we're just going to have to just make a beeline and jump right into the waterway down below, because this rift is going to started to basically suck up the whole entire part that's going to be around. So we should probably exit out of here as quickly as we can before it starts getting really bad. Yeah, we should probably start going. Now, unfortunately, you can't really go and kind of place anything down, so it's like you kind of have to at least go down where the water is going to be falling around within here. So, yeah, you can't really have a crate or anything to at least somewhat have like a boat or something. So you're going to kind of have to fall down by yourself here. So it looks like we're going to get ourselves all completely washed up to shore somewhere around within here. And I think we're okay. If we can at least get ourselves up now. Yep, and here we are. So, now, since we're finally out of the actual castle itself, it looks like we're going to finally be getting into some enemy battles. Here is another type of echoification right here. This is for a rock, which you do want to go and use, because this is going to be our type of main actual set of weapon for enemies that are going to be around, because we're going to be meeting up with a whole bunch of enemies around within here, and we want to make sure that we do not want to get ourselves completely injured. I know that at some point here within this video, I do actually get myself a loss of heart, because unfortunately I totally forgot that within here is that with the rocks and stuff, you can actually pick them up and actually toss them at the enemies though. But I'm just explaining about that now, since you guys don't have to go through that like what I just went and did within my time here of this video. So, yeah, as you guys go to see, unfortunately, I did lose out on a heart because of these annoying type of slime guys that are here. And don't forget, you can also go and learn for these guys, and you can actually use a Zol Echo if you ever do need. Now, later on, there will be like other set enemies like moblins and stuff, and you'll be able to go and use them. And basically, moblins that will be echoification wise around within there, you can actually use them to your advantage and actually battle out the other set enemies, and they would somewhat help you out a little, well, for a limited time only, right? Because like unfortunately, these type of echoes can't really go and last for too long. But yes, don't forget about these urchins here, because we are going to have to go and use one of those at some point, and that will actually give us for another set heart piece here. And there's actually going to be not one but 3 different heart pieces that we are going to be finding out here in this episode for today, and that is going to be starting off with the first of many. That's going to be right over here. So if you guys haven't really went out of your way to pick up with a crate yet, this is something that is going to be very important for you to go and use, because you won't be able to go and actually get this crate, well, get this type of heart piece for that, well, for the item that you're going to be using if you don't have the crate with you. But we got that heart piece already taken care of, so now we're going to have to just basically use the said type of rocks that's going to be able to move around over here in this area so that we can at least access over here. And now we could go head all the way down through this little other said underpass here, the beach cave. And now there should be a new enemy that should be with the Keys, of course. These guys have always been a reoccurring character in any type of Legend of Zelda game. And it looks like we're finally going to be able to go and use one of them and put them to our advantage here. So let's go and make sure that we put the ZR on that one there. And there we go, guys. So with the Keys that goes. Pretty certain that with the keys, I'm pretty certain, if I can recall, is that you can use them as like somewhat of like a glider or something. I can't really remember. I know that I've seen it somewhere like in the trailers before with the same type of keys. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens later with using one of those. So there we go. We're going to have to pick up with the next type of heart piece there. That one is where you actually do need to use the actual said sea urchin for that one. Or else you won't ever be able to go and pick up with that said heart piece. Well, unless if there's another set type of echo that will be able to help you out with that. But I think it would just be simpler if you just went and did the sea urchin first. Alright, so here's a little bit of another little another reward over here. This is where you do have to use the bed and the table obstacle for these ones. And that will give you the said type of 50 rupees there for that one there. Okay, so now, moving in a little bit more forward into this way, we should head all the way into some of these different houses, because here in these type of houses for right now, this is where we can actually find some extra more echoes around within this place. So we got ourselves with a new meat echo. I'm pretty sure there's also going to be a new type of like pot echo as well. Now, I don't know if they are kind of like almost like intertwined with like the vase that we've seen from before, so it's still pretty good to at least somewhat pick up just in case, because you never know what you may probably need for any of these echoes. So we're gonna head inside this house and pick up with the pot that's gonna be here. Looks like there's like a wooden sword there. Too bad that we can't really go and use that for our weapons though. But speaking about with swords, there will be a sword upgrade for Zelda at some point later on down the road, but I believe it's only for like a limited time or something. Like I think she could like turn into like this crazy type of like a supernatural being or something like that, and you can go and use it for like a limited time. But let's go and fall down into the well and head all the way into this particular part here. And we're going to get something interesting. This is going to be something known as 5 jars of something within this way. I guess this is like basically some like healing of hearts that if you ever do need. I'm pretty sure you can also buy those type of jars, I think, as well over at the shop too. So it's too bad that I couldn't really go and see what the full entire name of what that was, because like I went and like hit the button so fast. Yeah, but welcome to the village shop here, and if you have been collecting out a lot of rupees like what I've been doing, you should be able to come across that there is going to be a said type of heart piece here, and it's only going to be for 80 something odd amount of rupees compared to like some of the other different Zelda games, because I know that normally whenever you find a heart piece in a shop area, they'll normally kind of charge you almost about like 1,000 something odd rupees for all that. But Anyways, that kind of almost finishes off with everything here within the village. Don't forget that before exiting on out, you can also get yourself with a signpost as well for a sign echo. Not really too entirely certain what that one's going to be meant for at some point later on down the road, but at least we got it. Oh, and there looks like there's somebody in trouble. Oh no. So, for what this guy's saying is that his wife fell down into that rift, and it seems like she's never going to be able to come back out. Well, she may probably go into her evil side. I know that from what we've seen from before, is that if anybody falls into the rift, they kind of turn into like their more evil version counterpart of themselves, which that's not great. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to finally come across with one of these specialized waypoints. I know that we've seen that before during the different like gateway trailers for what Echoes of Wisdom is all about. But we're going to have to go and end it off here for today. So see you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.